everybody. Welcome back on this Tech Tuesday. History will soon be made in the world of technology, both here on Earth and up in space.
Cool. This week, NASA is launching some cutting-edge robots to help the U.S. explore Mars. Plus, the country's top tech CEOs are heading to the U.S. Capitol. Greg Nibler joins us from Digital Trends with the latest to break it all down. Hey, Greg.
Hello. Yeah, a lot going on in tech this week. So to start off, let's talk about the big tech summit that's going on in Washington. So this is taking place tomorrow, and this was delayed from Monday for the John Lewis celebrations and memorial that was going on, but it's going to be happening tomorrow, where to lay the groundwork, this is essentially the antitrust committee from the House Judiciary Committee, and they've been investigating big tech on whether or not they suppress competition. So this isn't a new debate, but what's really big tomorrow is that you're going to have 4 of the CEOs of the biggest tech companies on Earth all appearing in front of Congress, in front of this committee, although virtually. So it's just going to be kind of a screen that's probably going to be set up there for each one of them. But it's huge because you're going to have Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Tim Cook, and Sundar Pichai from Google all showing up at the same time. And these are, some of the most powerful people on Earth, really, when it comes down to it. So what we can expect from this is, there's going to be a lot of questions about the competition side of things, like whether Facebook suppresses other social media organizations or whether Google keeps ads from other companies showing up. But we're also going to end up hearing some other things too, because as always, when you get with these committee hearings, there's going to be a lot of questions that'll just come out of the left, come out of the right, and people will start asking about other things, probably content moderation, whether or not Facebook or should be moderating what the content is on there. And another thing, just from the show of it, and this is not to get into any of the political side of things, but a lot of times when it comes to Congress or senators, they're not the most technologically adept with what they're asking. So I would expect a lot of possibly confusing questions. There was one time when Sundar Pichai was there testifying for Google, and a congressperson asked him why his iPhone wasn't working, and he had to reply like, well, that's not my company, so I don't know. So yeah, I'll expect some awkward moments like that too.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen these congressional hearings before where it's kind of like, now if I wanted to block this person, how would I,
They should just send like teenagers in. They would know how to ask
but
the question.
I think
they
you're
really
right,
do.
Greg. I think there's going to be a lot of questions about especially content moderation in the political sphere and misinformation. I mean, that's been a huge topic lately. So yeah, I think it's going to get a little testy.
Probably, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll see. But okay, so let's leave the earthly realm and head up to Mars, because I know there is a really big launch coming up this week. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, this is a little bit more fun. So talk about this. So Mars coming up on Thursday. This is going to be NASA's launch. This is something that's years in the making, where they're sending this Perseverance rover. That's the name of it, Perseverance. It was actually a competition with a bunch of school children to name it, and so this one kid got to name it Perseverance. So what this is they're setting this up. It's going to be pretty incredible what they're doing here. So Perseverance is going to be the new rover that, if it's successful, in 7 months' time, it'll land on the surface of Mars. And what it's going to be doing is actually searching for signs of ancient life on Mars. It's got all kinds of really advanced equipment on it. It's got a laser that can melt rocks from 20 feet away. It's going to be able to then analyze that. And then it's even going to gather those rocks for potentially like a future mission to where they would be able to bring the rocks back to Earth. It's going to test out a little piece of fabric of what could be like a spacesuit for somebody exploring, to see if it'll last and how it holds up to the Martian environment. But the other cool thing is they're setting up a helicopter. Now, this is something that has never been done before. We've never set up a helicopter like this. And it's really tiny, but it's still pretty cool. They're going to try it out. If it works, it's going to be pretty amazing, some of the shots you're going to get. So this thing's about 4 pounds, and it's got, I believe, 4 rotors on it. It's got a solar cell and batteries and all kinds of cameras on it, so it can showcase the landscape. And if it works, they're going to be able to remotely fly this thing or autonomously fly it and get up to maybe even mountaintops or go down into caves on Mars. I mean, it could be really amazing, some of the things that we get to see out of it, if it works. That's the big question. It's never easy to send something to Mars, but hopefully that's some of the stuff that we'll get to see from this.
Well, safer than sending Matt Damon up there, right?
This is true.
So,
yeah. 100%, yeah.
100%, yeah. Well, that's a super interesting stuff that you had there, Greg. And of course, we will see you next week. But if people do want to read up more on the Mars launch or to watch that antitrust hearing, we will have a link to Digital Trends on coin.com. Have a great morning.
You too. Thanks a lot.